Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today it is episode 6 of the survival world, and I have some stuff to show you. Not a lot actually. I have been doing some work off camera, but I'm not going to show all of it yet. But what we are going to do is we're going to take this mouse, this axolotl I've called mouse, for lack of a better name. And it is a very special axolotl, to say the least. Which way am I going? We're going to take it over to the mega build, because I want to deposit it there. Now, it won't be alone, because that is what I'm actually going over here to show, as well as put this mouse. Oh, I didn't think about this. I can figure it out. But in this river, I have a few extra axolotls. To be exact, I believe it's around 60. 60 or 70. Let me just read up a couple more. If I can. I just read these recently. That's good enough for now. I'm not going to name any of these really. But we do have mouse. And I think, let me get all my tools back. I'm gonna let them I'm gonna have them roam free around this whole area. I was gonna put in tropical fish, but they like to die, and I would need a lot of them. And you can't breed them. There's just a whole bunch of reasons why I said like, probably not. But axolotls, it is a lot easier to see them, and they can go on land for a little bit, so it's not horrible if they go pouncing around. So that was my thinking there, but right now I'm just grabbing some endstone to cover up the spawn platform, because I didn't think about it. But they might be able to walk on land, but they cannot walk on the void. So I'm just gonna cover this up. And if we do that, because they will pathfind into this water if we don't fully block it off. But no, they don't. There's no way for them to get in now. So that's good. Now we can come back over here and release them. So let's grab all these. And now we can release the wild axolotls. They're already trying to swim over. Oops, I just mined. No, let me in. Come on. There we go. Okay, you are free now. Go, be free. I'm gonna let these spread out for like 10 minutes or so, and then I'll cut back. Okay, I've just lured a bunch out, bunch of axolotls, and there they go. Very quickly dispersing themselves. And now that I think about it, okay, yeah, I patched all these up. I was like, they will definitely swim out if they can, which would not be good. Okay, let's lure a couple more out the other way this time. Let's stand up so I go a little slower. Okay, let's go. To the ocean. There we go. And they're free. Look at them go. They move away quickly too. And I think I'm going to continue to breed them now that they're released. But I just wanted to get them out now. Anyways, we're going to place down... Where's Mouse? There he is. We're going to place him... What if we place him... What over here? He won't be actually, he is quite isolated. Whatever. He'll find some friends. There he is. So he's special because he's a blue axolotl. I only have 3 of them. and one of them is here now. But now that I have two, I can just breed them pretty easily. So they're not super rare anymore, but in terms of my world. But in the grand scheme of things, they are. So I'll let him roam around. And now I'm gonna cut to a time lapse of what else I've been doing off camera. And it's actually in the overworld. It's not a new project. Definitely something I've had going for over a year, but I just haven't done anything with it. And I finally got around to working on it, and oh my god, I was so happy with the results. And as you saw from that time lapse, I was in fact working on the space alien base that has been sitting in the background of my screensavers on my computer and in the background of all the videos for quite a while now. But even after the time lapse, I continued working on this. I got all these crewmen around. I even have a guy chilling in the cockpit of that helicopter. I added in this crane that's like kind of moving this helicopter. More people down here, and some workstations. A guy guiding something, I don't know, not a plane to guide. And then down here, if I can get unstuck, I haven't worked a way to get up and down, but whatever. I added in all of this greenery that they're supposedly transporting out into this cave, because the lore behind this whole area is that these aliens lost their home, however, in some attack or natural disaster or whatever, and they're moving to Earth, which they originally thought was an uninhabitable planet. So they designed their ships to penetrate into the Earth, where they could then make lush caves that they could live in and breathe the oxygen that comes from their plants from their home world. But what they didn't know is that, there were already people on Earth, me, and, my civilization here being this one house, maybe this tent. And so that's why the second ship is actually being shot down by this satellite. We're trying to defend ourselves from what we think is an attack, but really it's just the aliens, coming over, just trying to survive. Now, what I didn't mention is, this ship right here, which has appeared out of nowhere because I just built it. Roll the time lapse. Alright, and as you saw, I built up, I believe it was the outer frame in the time lapse. I did everything else off camera because, it's exactly the same. I haven't actually finished. Oh, that's a creeper. No sir. As you can see, it's pretty bare bones. It's just the two planes there, and then I guess I can look at it from the outside. Kind of. Actually, I guess the bottom's pretty finished. But yeah, we don't have the crane in there. And actually, in both of these top sections, there's going to be a little thing coming down that's holding extra propellers, because, you know, as you saw, there's no propellers on these. So what it's going to be is they're going to be stored in the ceiling, and they're going to be lowered onto the craft before takeoff. Just like how in the other one, the propellers, like the tail propellers, are stored up here because they don't fit. So you have a little part where you can attach them, and then bam, they're just right there for when they're brought up. So the propellers will be just hanging from the ceiling all the way up there. And I already have it designed. It looks pretty cool, I think. So that'll look cool. Next on our agenda is removing lag. So there's a lot of stuff in my world, specifically around here, that's been causing a lot of lag, and it's resulted in the sound just not working in some areas. Like, as you can see, when I eat that potato, you can hear like half of the munching, and then in my base it's even worse. So I'm gonna roll some clips of me cleaning everything up, and then we'll get back to work. Now I'm actually going through and I'm slaughtering a load of my cows right now, but really I'm trying to reduce lag in this area, because like right now I'm getting 10-20 FPS, which is not ideal. So I'm just going through, finding anything that'll cause a little lag. Like I think like 150 shulker boxes placed over there, so I'm gonna mine all those up and then put them in a chest so they're not causing lag. But I'm just gonna do stuff like that just to make it a little more bearable when I'm working in this area, and maybe my sound will come back too. That would be nice, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm in the back rooms of this storage system, and I think it's time to put it to the end. I just killed a lot of chickens, that's why there's a lot of stuff going through this, but I think I'm gonna rip out all the hoppers, because I'm sure they're causing a significant amount of lag. And this thing never worked in the first place. It always kind of sucked. So, time for it to go. I think I'll just manually sort everything from now on. It never really bothered me. Okay, so I've done my best to remove all the entities that I can. I made all the, what are they called? The item frames invisible, because, you know, it stopped showing the little arrow like that in the hitbox. So I assume it's not an entity anymore. I don't really know. But immediately the frames look, actually they don't look much better. But it got up to 40 at one point standing in here. So that's improvement. It never used to do that. But more importantly, I can hear myself eat. Of course it didn't work. There we go. I can hear the chest open. So the sound is coming back, which is good. I also went through with the silence me name tags. I used a vanilla tweaks for that. I actually need to rename you again, because I didn't mean to change your name. My bad, Technoblade. No blade. There we go. Bam. Also, it sounds like there's a zombie in my walls, but I don't know where he is. Don't know where he's hanging out. Can't be that one. I know this guy's been here for a while, but I can't find this zombie. Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of this episode today. It was more of a cleanup video, as well as a little bit of building, but still, I'm happy with the progress we made, and I think I'm going to start a very long-term project next episode. I actually have a couple in mind, but I'm going to start one next episode. That's just going to be mixed in with whatever I'm doing in that episode. So until then, I'll see you guys later.